everyone, welcome to day 2 of this beginner yoga series challenge. Today we will be focusing on our hips, on our hip flexors. We will be really stretching deep into our body. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we will start in wide-legged child's pose. So make yourself comfortable in a wide-legged child's pose, in the child's pose position. So step your knees quite widely apart and just sit on your heels. Shift your sitting bones towards the back of the mat. Lower your torso down, extend your arms in front of you, and relax your head. Start breathing deeply into that hip space. So really try to direct your breath to your hips during today's practice. And remember that breath is super important when it comes to asana practice. It is powerful, it is life-giving. And if there is breath, there is life. I invite you to set an intention for today's practice. It might be a word, it might be a sentence, maybe just something that you want to bring awareness to during today's practice, something that you want to cultivate during today's practice, and not only during the practice on the mat, but even afterwards during your life off the mat. One more deep breath in and out. On the next inhale, shift your weight forwards, come to tabletop position. Stack your knees underneath your hips and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Just stretch our spine a little bit, warm our spine with some easy cat and cows. So inhale. Shine your heart forwards, cow. Exhale, round your back, cat. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Keep it bent by your side. Let's make some circles. Remember to keep your torso centered and focus on the movement coming just from your hip. It might be a small circle, tiny movement, and it can be as big as it gets. Stop the movement, keep the leg lifted, and on the next inhale, step it to the front of the mat by your outer side, by the outer side of your right hand. Lizard pose. Release your left leg behind you and tuck your toes. Maintain the length in your torso. Keep the spine nice and long. Keep growing taller and taller with each breath. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale. You might want to shift from side to side gently to really feel into that hip space. And on the next inhale, bring your leg back to all fours position. Let's repeat the same on the other side. So on the next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky, keep it by your side. And let's go for those circles. It can be a small movement, if that feels good. But you can also go big, if that's what you need at the moment. Breathe into the hip space. Stop the movement, and on the next inhale, step your left leg left foot to the front of the mat by the outer edge of your left hand. Extend your right leg behind you. Release the knee down to the ground and tuck the toes. Keep the length in your spine and maybe gently shift from side to side in your lizard pose. Feel the hip space opening with each breath. On each exhale, try to sink even deeper into the pose. On the next inhale, shift your weight a little bit backwards and step back to all fours position again. Inhale here, tuck your toes under. Exhale, lift yourself up all the way to downward facing dog. Lift your spin bones high up to the sky, push away from the ground. Pull your shoulders slightly away from your ears and align your ears with your upper arms. You might want to keep your knees bent. And maybe you feel comfortable just staying on the balls of your feet. That's absolutely fine. But the goal here is to bring or to stretch your heels towards the ground to really feel the length in your legs, the stretch in your legs. Keep your spine long and straight. And on the next inhale, gently shift your weight towards your left leg and hover your right foot off the ground. Keep strong, keep your right leg bent as you lift it up to the sky. Keep it bent. At this point, your hips are squared. That means that they are aligned with the short edge of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, open your hips. Now your hips are opening, they are widening. Welcoming all the goodness from the world, all the energy. Keep drawing your lifted leg behind you for the nice opening. On the next inhale, look forwards and step your right leg to the front of the mat between your hands. We will go for warrior one. Keep your front leg bent and step your back foot down to the ground at 45-degree angle. Keep your back leg straight. Inhale, lift your arms up. Warrior one. In warrior one, we work with closed hips. So in this position, your hips are squared, are aligned with the short edges of your mat. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. We will shift to warrior two. Turn your torso towards the left side and start opening your hands to a T shape. As you are opening, transition your back foot to 90-degree angle. Lower down to your hips. Warrior two. Warrior two is an open hip position. Your hips should be aligned with the long edges of your mat and nice and open. Hands are in a T, eyes are in a T shape, and you can direct your gaze over your fingertips of the front arm, of the front hand. Inhale here. Exhale. And on the next inhale, for a little moment, straighten your front leg and come to a goddess. So both of your feet are now parallel with each other. You are facing the long edge of the mat. Hands up to a T still. Inhale. And you lower down with an exhale. Bring your hands to a prayer. Sink deep into your hips. On the next inhale, straighten your legs. Straighten your legs. You might want to bring your feet maybe a little bit closer to each other. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold. So hinge from the hips and keep folding all the way down towards the ground. Maybe shift your weight slightly forwards as you lower your torso towards the ground. Fold here. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine, look forwards. And start walking your hands to the front of the mat, frame your foot, and step it back to downward facing dog. Beautiful, down dog. On the next inhale, hover your left foot off the ground. Keep lifting your leg up as it stays bent. And exhale, open your hip. Keep breathing into your hips. And drawing your lifted foot behind you. The next inhale, look to the front. Step your front leg to the front of the mat. Between your hands. And plant your back foot down to the mat at 45-degree angle as you lift your hands up. Warrior one. Inhale here. And on the next exhale, transition to warrior two. So open your arms to a T shape. Step back your back foot to a 90-degree angle. Open your hips. Align your hips with the long edge of the mat. To make sure your feet are aligned well, your heel should be aligned with the arch of your right foot. Sink deep and shift your gaze to the front, over your fingers. Inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, start turning your toes towards the edges of the mat. And come to a goddess. Torso is in the center. Sink deep down into your hips and bring your hands to prayer. Goddess pose. Inhale, straighten your legs. Maybe bring your feet closer to each other. And start folding down on an exhale. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Walk your hands to the front. Frame your left foot. Transition your back foot so your toes are pointing to the front. And step it to the downward facing dog. On the next inhale from downward facing dog, slowly walk your way, tiny teeny steps. You can definitely keep your knees bent here. Step by step, walk all the way to the front of the mat and come to a squat balasana. If this is not accessible to you, I recommend coming high up to your tiptoes maybe. And if you need a little bit more support, maybe just roll a little bit of your mat underneath your heels for that extra leverage. Or grab blocks if you have blocks. If you don't have blocks, no worries at all. Mat will do as well. So stay here in Malasana, grow tall, and gently push your knees away from each other with your elbows. Inhale, exhale, sit down on your bum. Well done, beautiful job, beautiful work. Now we will go for figure 4 forward fold. So Your right leg will be in front of you in a 90-degree angle, and your left leg behind you in a 90-degree angle as well. So on both of your legs, your shin and your thigh should form a 90-degree angle. If this feels like too much, no worries at all. You might definitely want to bring your foot closer to your thigh. Always remember that this is your practice and you can take whatever variation that works for you. Slightly shift your torso to the right. Try to keep it square, so square hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine, grow tall. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Inhale. Exhale. The next inhale, come up and just transition to the left. So you are facing the back side of your room, of your space. Left leg is in front, right leg is behind you, 90-degree angle or something between 0 and 90. No worries if that doesn't work at all. It's absolutely fine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, come all the way back up. And let's come lying down on the ground, on the mat. So just make your way all the way down to your back. Place your right ankle on your left thigh. And bring your left thigh closer to your chest. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. And gently bring it forwards. Feel that stretch in your right hip. Inhale. Exhale and release. Change the sides. Bring your left ankle on your right thigh. Bring your leg close to your chest. And then interlace your hands behind your right thigh and try to bring it even closer. Keep both of your feet flexed here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale and release everything. Then come down to your Shavasana. So release your legs all the way down to the ground. Let it fall. Let your feet fall to the sides. Leave your arms by your sides. Palms are facing up. Close your eyes. Soften your gaze. And let your breath just flow naturally. And now is the time to maybe come back to your intention if you set one. Reflect on your practice, on what it has given to you. If there is something that is just bothering you or drawing you down, or not serving you any longer, let it go. Take one deep breath in through your nose. And big exhale through your mouth. Let go of everything. Just enjoy the present moment, a moment of stillness. Thank yourself for this practice. Thank your body for carrying you every day, for being here for you. And when you are ready, meet me in a comfortable seated position. Roll there over your favorite side. When you are here in the seat, just place your hands on top of each other at the heart space. And let's take one inhale and exhale. Thank you so much everyone for practicing with me today, for completing day 2 of this challenge if you've been on this journey with me. I just want to remind you that this practice, as well as the whole challenge, is a part of beginner course that I've created, that I've tailored exactly for the needs of complete beginners, as well as of those who are searching for ways how to deepen their practice, how to deepen the knowledge of the complete basics. So if that's something that interests you, I'm leaving the program link down below in the description box, so have a look. I think it's a really nice way how to fall in love with yoga, how to find your way to yoga, and my goal here is really to make yoga accessible to as many of you as possible, and help you incorporate the practice of yoga into your everyday practice, and sort of show you that yoga is definitely more than just the asana practice, but it's really your everyday life as a whole. So if it's something that interests you, go have a look there. It is structured into different modules. Each module is focused on different body parts, and we are also looking into philosophy. We are also looking into asana breakdown. So we are going over different shapes and how to get into them safely. And there is also a Facebook community that is absolutely free to join. It's a community for all yogi lovers, for all yoga beginners. It's a wonderful community and just another great way how to connect with like-minded people and deepen your practice. Okay, so I will leave you here, and I'm very excited to see you tomorrow. Bye bye.